I want you to read that in the NET. NET. All right, and Sean, let me get 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. All right.
That's the power. Spiritually, you don't understand. Fake.
Hey, tolerance. We gotta, going into tolerance.
Life.
Now, when you go to Edom Online,
Power.
the word tolerance
God,
means
no change.
endurance, fortitude,
No, God, no change.
power, or capacity.
Power.
Capacity to bear
God,
up.
the power.
All right.
Yes,
It says
God, the
sense
power.
now obsolete.
Huh?
It says bearing, supporting.
God,
But
the
the main
power.
thing is capacity to bear up.
You
As you know, we
overcome.
go through a lot of trials and tribulations.
Fake.
You brothers already know that. But then there's something that's called like a threshold, right? It's where you kind of reach your capacity to bear, right? Because all of us reach that wall, right? It's like a wall, basically. When you really enduring, and then you hit the wall. And what tends to happen, you start to go down, you start to really feel really down bad, that type of stuff. You start to pout a little bit, and you lose focus, right? Because you kind of reach the plateau of the wall.
No.
That means you have reached your full capacity to bear. Now the thing is that it's really not that you reach the full capacity, because there's still space in the tank. It's just that it's mentally. So what you have to do is you have to go back to the drawing board. You have to go back to the basics. You have to go back to the reason why you're here and the reason why you do what you do. All right? You have to go back and question again, and ask yourself the main reason why you serve the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shah. Right? Were you deceived into doing this? No, you weren't deceived. You made a decision. All right? You were called and you came in. So what happens now is that when you get beat down, pray that the Heavenly Father opens up a next level. All right? Oh, another term for brothers that know about sports, they call it the second wind. You brothers know it, right? You play sports. Fighting. Right?
Yeah.
But and you get tired.
Listen, everybody.
And then you want to give up.
Listen.
But then guess what happens?
God, the power, my eyes.
You go back into your mindset, into your psyche, and then you catch your second wind. So that's what you want to do. Every time you reach the wall, pray and fast so that the Lord will have you catch your second wind. All right? So that's the thing about tolerance. So now, let's get our precept.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 5, in the NET.
Power.
Hey, I hope brothers are getting it. I know she being a whole, demon, but...
There's the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 5, in the NET.
Go ahead.
It says, for each one will carry his own load.
Read it again.
For each one will carry his own load.
So you're going to carry your own load to its full capacity. But the thing is that right now, the capacity is on certain levels. So as you continue to grow, your threshold and your capacity to bear is going to continue to grow. 1 Corinthians.
This is first.
No, that's what you're gonna check down.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is in common to man.
Right.
But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
You see that? So there's a moment when you reach your capacity to tolerate or to bear. And then there's a moment where the Lord gives you your second wind. The problem is, when you reach your capacity to bear, you don't immediately get your second wind. You go through a period where doubt creeps in. That is the most important part. The in-between time when you reach your capacity to tolerate and when you get your second wind. That in-between time is what's really critical.
No designer.
That's why you got to go back to the drawing board.
No designer.
All right? And the Lord will show you a way to escape. But how is that going to happen? That's when you get Galatians 6 and 9.
There's the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9.
Go ahead.
It says, so we must not grow weary in doing good.
We must not grow weary in doing good. Go ahead.
For in due time,
I don't care.
we will reap if we do not give up.
Call and read again.
This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 9.
Right?
So we must not grow weary in doing good.
Right.
For in due time we will reap if we do not give up.
That's right. So in due time
Allah.
we're gonna reap if we don't do what? If we don't do what? You all gotta say it with me, man. In due time, we're gonna reap if we don't do what?
Give up.
If we don't give up. That's what it's all about. All right? And sometimes, brothers, it ain't about how many precepts, how many breakdowns you know. When the rubber meets the road, it ain't about the fact that you know all the breakdowns of the book of Revelation, or you know the breakdowns of Daniel, and all the mysteries of the Bible. When the rubber meets the road, and you on that me, myself, and I space, it all comes down to not giving up. All right? So that's the thing, pain tolerance, or tolerance. Shalom.
Shalom.